Okay, so after the 88 season and winning the finals, we get to the 89 season, and they make it to the finals again to face off against the Detroit Pistons yet again. And what happens in game 2 that changes the course of the finals? Anybody know? Question? Anybody?
Yes, Fairy Podmother. I know. I know the answer. Okay. So, listen. I didn't know this before we started doing research. And then I stumbled upon this video. Magic Johnson had a series-ending hamstring injury in the 1989 NBA Finals. I didn't know that. Did you know that?
No, I didn't at all.
I had no idea about that, and I feel like I watched the Bad Boy documentary, and that wasn't part of it.
Yeah, and I'm sure that was on purpose. I promise you.
Maybe I fell asleep during that part. But
no, I don't remember. I think I remember a slight mention of Magic not being all the way there, maybe, but I don't know. I'm sure they were probably saying we won that championship and we were gonna win it no matter what anyway. So.
But Magic won the MVP this year, 22, 6, and 11, right? Lakers 63 wins. Wait, shit, wrong year. Fuck. Where's the?
You're looking for 88, 89.
Go back one. There we go. Lakers 57 wins.
20. Yeah, he averaged 20.
Magic Johnson's still the MVP. Doesn't matter.
22, 13, and 8.
That late 80s period in terms of regular season, he racked up all the awards.
Mm-hmm. But that's the whole thing about him. And that's why I hate that I keep on freaking mentioning it, but that's why I compare it to LeBron so much, because his second half of his career literally makes him what he is to everyone now. Like, everyone looks at Magic and just says he's easily top 5. Like, you can't argue it, because no one even acknowledges that he had Kareem for most of his fucking career. Because it was just this guy was just that fucking great. So you have to just say he was a GOAT. He was one of the GOATs.
Crazy. Magic Johnson, 11 points, 8 assists, 25, managed to get 25 minutes per game in 3 games, which that's not. He should really be up here at the 42 spot.
Yeah.
Normally. And for him to have under 8 assists at this era is a complete crime. So something's completely wrong. Doesn't even make it to the final game, and they sweep them in the finals. And this, do you think this should be held on Magic's resume, or are you fine with people not really bringing this up and just being like, yeah, Pistons won, whatever?
Yeah, I mean, if you get injured, you can't really hold it against them.
You hold it against the Pistons. And
because my whole thing is, if you when did he said he got injured game 2, so
yeah, and tried to play game 3 but didn't, ultimately played. We'll look. Probably not many minutes.
I mean, damn, those are close ass games for not having Magic Johnson in it. That's crazy.
5 minutes in game 3 and then did not play game 4. Irrelevant to whether they're close, they didn't win any of them.
No, yeah, I know, but I mean,
and this is Kareem's last year, I'm pretty sure.
So what was Kareem? What did Kareem do that series?
Yeah, 41 years old. I think this is his last year.
The 99 series.
I thought it was.
I mean the 89 season.
12 points, 5 rebounds. He's 41. Give this guy a break.
Yeah. Damn. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I wouldn't, because the whole thing with injuries is it happens, and we've seen that so many times throughout the history of the league. Injuries happen, and you can't. That's not the Pistons' fault. So you got to just, they won a championship. You could say it's a tainted one or whatever, but then they
That's all I'm saying, because I feel like the Warriors' first championship gets super tainted because LeBron was by himself and you had this injured team and they went up against all these injuries. And I feel like in this instance, I literally never heard about this, and people just be like, "Oh yeah, Pistons back to back, they dominated that era of time."
Yeah, but is this? I think it's the same thing with the Warriors now because they say the 3 times championship. Like you don't really, no one really discounts Steph's first or their first ring as much now because they won 2 more after that. And with the Pistons, if you like for you to have doubts, and that was the same thing with what the Warriors kind of felt like in that moment too. Like everyone had doubts about them, so they were like, we're gonna come back around and we're gonna win this championship, and that's how the Warriors was feeling too. They didn't end up winning though, but to me that's when there can't be any more doubts because you won it again.
Yeah, I just can't believe I had never heard. I think that's a big deal when it comes to not so much Magic's legacy, but like the Pistons. Like, but if we keep it to Magic,
Yeah.
This is why no one really brings up his finals record too. It's because of situations like this and like the talent that he went against.
Because that to me, I would take away. I would not count that. I would look back, and it's similar to LeBron's 2007 finals and his 2015 finals. Like I think that's not fair to hold that against them. Like you gotta, like if you're in a situation where it's impossible for you to win, like he literally couldn't play. You can't say, oh yeah, he didn't. That's another finals he lost. Like he didn't play it. He played what, like half the series.
Yeah.
Yeah, to me it just doesn't make. And he's tight. He's fucking tight.
Yeah, because he knows. He knows. Crazy. I just didn't know that. I can't believe that I didn't know that. And I just think that when you look back, when we go back and we do Isaiah, like I think that's gonna matter because like those championships for Isaiah's career mean a lot.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because that was just another notch. He was like, whatever, I didn't win this time. I'll come back again. Don't worry about it.
I'm sure most people thought, or I'm sure there were many people at the time that thought that Magic and the Lakers were going to come away with that, no problem.
Yeah.
There's a case for Magic here where he could end up with 7 championships or 8.
Mm-hmm.
And if he has 8 championships, he's the GOAT.
Oh yeah, because it's already the thing with Magic is he did all of this in a 13-year career, and 4 out of those, he had a 4-year span where he didn't play. So it's like if he didn't get HIV, and we'll probably talk about it. We'll definitely talk about it more as we keep on going through his legacy. But he could have had another 2-3 years maybe where he was still at an elite level. I'm not sure, but I feel like you have to respect that he went to the finals 9 times out of his 13 years, and one of those times he lost in the Western Conference Finals, and I can't remember. I know he lost in the first round. I'm just trying. Like he had long playoff runs, like throughout most of his career.
Yes.
Not a lot of people do that. Like
No.
That's not. Like even like Tim Duncan, who never missed the finals. Like he didn't have long playoff runs every single year. Like he was doing it every single year because he made that team that good.
Yeah.
And he was in a weaker conference, but whatever.
I was gonna say Tim Duncan wasn't in a weaker conference at the time.
No. Hell no.